Hello there. Hi there, guys. Welcome to all members, non-members as well, to the Breton Financial Trading Academy's video on a very special topic, actually. So it's upon popular demand that I'm doing these videos in a series of very short videos, I would say maximum 30 minutes or so, on the magic or power of mother candles, and it's within the subject or topic of price action. So let me just present to you the slide, and then I'll take you through to the MT4 or MetaTrader 4 platform as well, because that's the highest demand at the moment from my students who are already trading or analyzing the market using the MetaTrader platform, whether it's MetaTrader 5 or MetaTrader 4. So this is the subject. The main subject is mother candles. Firstly, of course, you need to be trading using mother candles on the candlestick chart. And mother candle strategy is mainly using this really huge candles that are visible to your eyes. And basically, it's really obvious that they are many times bigger or longer than the body of the candle, longer than the other candles that you can actually see. But I'll explain all that, and we will look into it, practically, theoretically now onto this PowerPoint presentation, and then I'll take you through to the actual strategy and spotting these candles and how do you actually trade with it. Okay, so it is applicable, firstly, to any asset or instrument. So whether it's Forex, cryptos, as long as it's on the MetaTrader 4 or 5, you're trading on CFDs anyway. So anything that are visible onto the candlestick chart, you are able to apply this very, very powerful strategy that I've been using, applying it into my trading successfully for over 10 years now with mother candles, price action mainly, but we've got many elements of price action, and one of it is using mother candles. So in any time frames and also any trader style, whether you are scalping the market, you're a swing trader, intraday, it doesn't really matter. It's just it's to your discretion on how you would like to apply this strategy into your trading, whether or not it will polish, smoothen up your decision making, and basically increase your consistency and your probability in trading. That's the main aim in using this method or strategy or technique that you can call it a technique, but it's not a standalone strategy. It's a strategy within price action that you can actually add on to your own methods and methodologies as well. So this is a very flexible. It's just a little puzzle piece that could actually widen the picture, the overall picture of the trend, especially. And it's basically used for reversals, continuation, to make that decision within 3 minutes or so on what you can actually be doing at that moment of time. So that's basically what it's for. Now, one of the biggest tip, of course, is to look to the left, as you can actually see here. I've highlighted that in bold letters for mother candles that has a long body visually, of course, many times longer, bigger than other candles. So you need to look to the left. Okay, so let's carry on the rest of this presentation slide. Now, what is a mother candle? Now, visible only on a candlestick chart, as I've mentioned earlier on. Firstly, it's a body of the candlestick that is visually obvious to be long or big or bigger than the body's length, especially compared to the other candles. Now, a shorter wick, of course, either on the top or bottom. I'll explain that a little bit more on the wicks as well. So I'll make separate videos on just the wicks, and then on combining the EMAs or exponential moving average that I use, combining it with my other techniques as well. So hence the reason it's not a standalone strategy for me. It's an element or an ingredient in the whole trade plan of mine or my strategy overall. So I'm using candlesticks chart and mother candles a lot within the price action side of things. So works similarly either for a bullish or bearish candle. So there's no differentiation there on the direction of the market as well. Okay, whether it's a bullish or bearish market. Now here, this is really important. It tells you what's going on right now. So, there's always been a struggle on time frames as well. So I want to cover a little bit on time frames. There's a lot of misconception that if you're looking at a daily, a weekly, or a monthly chart, then that wouldn't actually fit you because you are a small-time trader with less, trading capital into the broker that you're trading with, and that's all misconceptions. And what we are doing is we're analyzing the market with higher time frame only because they've got more data and the data are more reliable, and then we can actually scale down and go into the time frame that you would like to trade and start drawing the lines and the make more analysis or conduct more analysis onto the time frame that you want and enter or exit following that time frame. But we are only at the preliminary stage of understanding the trend and what's going on right now, so we can actually make a split-second sort of decision in understanding the trend and what you should be doing at that moment of time, whether to trade or not trade, direction to the upside, downside, pending order, everything else. So with the mother candles, hopefully, you'll take a look and see whether or not this could actually help you big time. And it has helped us in the community of Breton, the Breton Institute as well, members of Breton Institute, as well as Fxgeometry. So that has actually gone really, really well amongst traders out there, understanding how to apply mother candles within the price action methodology. Okay, so a lot of you who have more experience in technical analysis, maybe more experience with candles than me as well, like they call it candlesticks pattern. So we've got something called the inside bar patterns. Now, that's similar to what we're going to be talking about, but what I would like to highlight here is this is how a mother candle looks like, and then when it encapsulates or it engulfs the next candle beside it, that basically almost always would actually confirm that to be the mother candle that we're looking for. Okay, so that's just a bit of an idea on how it would actually be looking like, but we'll take all this into the live market in a minute or two, and then we will show you on the live market. Okay, so this is visually, it's really easy. Now, this is on the MetaTrader 4 platform, or MetaTrader 5, if I'm not mistaken. And this is how it looks like. It's just visually huge candles, big candles, long ones. And then visually itself, you can see that this one here is probably the most powerful one. And we're talking about the mother candle, the mother candle's body. So the body of the candle, not the wicks or the needle light feature you could see at the top side or the bottom side. This one here is just the body. So the body's length itself, as you can actually see, is we've just got quite a number here that I've circled, and that's basically what we want to pay attention to. So in my experience of trading the foreign exchange market, especially on CFDs, is that when you are actually conducting the technical analysis side of it, especially on a chart and on a candlestick chart like this, which has more data, you are actually very close to crossing a very busy highway. So you would need to train your eyes in looking to the right, to the left, to the right for the current price as well, looking at the current candles, the shape, and whether or not it's got a long wick to the downside, to the upside, what's the lengthening capability of that body of that current candle that we're looking at. And to the left, of course, is to look at whether or not the current price is actually going through any mother candles. Like, for example, here you've got all these mother candles here, and you can see that the current price in that very thin white line is going through this mother candle at this moment of time, and it's pointing to that mother candle that you should be paying a lot of attention to. So I'll demonstrate that live onto the live market in a bit, and that's basically what this whole videos or series of videos on mother candles is about. Okay, so there you go. You can almost immediately apply the whole strategy that I'll be sharing with you on mother candles almost immediately, straight away, and you'll see the result, and you can comment onto the under the video and send your comment through and tell me what you think. And if you've got any more clarification that's needed, I can always produce more videos to actually clarify these things. But what's really important for me as a mentor and a trader myself is to bridge the gap between theory and practice so that you can actually see it, as an outcome. Everybody wants to make money, but make money consistently and with specialized techniques and ingredients as such to actually apply onto your trading. So let's say we're looking at that same chart earlier on, and it's on gold, and I want to focus on gold. And today is the 1st of November 2021. I'm monitoring the market a lot, and we be going into the Bretton's webinar in a bit, in about 15 to 20 minutes time. So we'll be discussing on gold's movement as well. And I want to highlight the price action using Mothercandles on gold and various other instruments as well. And it's applicable to even Bitcoin, a range of cryptocurrencies as well. And I've seen it working really well in the past couple of months, applying it onto oil's movement, whether it's Brent or WTI, and it's been fantastic. So I want to show you all that, and you can actually see the Mothercandles in action within the price action methodology. Okay, so here, for example, we've got trend on the current time frame. We need to always understand the trend as well. So hence the reason, if you see all the charts that I'll be showing you, and on my charts, I always apply the 3 or 4 exponential moving averages, but the 3 main ones are the 50 exponential moving average right here, the light blue ones, and then the mid blue, and then the dark blue. So we've got 50, 100, and 200 exponential moving average, EMA. I'll explain a lot more about that as well. But I've also got an extra EMA, the 8 EMA, and mainly because it's really price sensitive, and I like using that too. So in a nutshell, you need to have a brief understanding, or a good understanding would probably be better, of the trend and the current trend, and it needs to be compared to at least 3 consecutive time frames, and that's for the 3 high time frames would actually be better. So the higher the better. Now my favorite is to combine the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, and to compare one another, and to look at whether or not the majority of candles right here are under all the 3 lines or above all the 3 lines, because you need to have that understanding, a good base of trend analysis first, market analysis, then comes trend analysis, and then your technical analysis. So these are the variants of technical analysis actually. So a lot of people, they just jump straight onto the chart, for example, without fundamental analysis as well, without understanding the news or things like that, because that would actually then drive the trend. And once you understand the trend, and then you go on to the chart, and then you do a trend analysis, and with that you add that ingredient of the magic or power of Mothercandles, and that would actually be increasing your probability skyrocket high, with all this probability, increasing your probability in your analysis, as well as reducing the risk of entering the market with lack of data or information. Okay, so that's what it is. Mothercandles gives you loads of data, and it's also a new school approach in your support and resistance, because I like using the opening price or the closing price of Mothercandles as my support and resistance, and then I use this closing price or the opening price together with its wick as well. If you've got the wick on the downside, the upside, doesn't really matter. You take 2 lines basically for support and resistance based on Mothercandles, and that would actually be giving you a lot more information, accurate data, and I'll demonstrate that shortly. Okay, so here you need to be aware of the trend, of course, on 3 consecutive time frames before you apply this whole strategy. So all I'm doing right now is to tell you what you need to prepare and what you need to look at, not just the candle, the Mothercandles. You need to have the 3 EMAs at least, or the 4 EMAs already onto your chart, so that you are able to identify the trend. And once you have identified and you understand the trend overall, then you can actually go on to the 3 time frames, do your analysis, and then you can also be aware of the current price price with the current candles as well, and then look at where the current price is pointing to which most recent and biggest mother candle that you can actually see. So the most recent one, like for example here on gold, is this one here. So we need to pay attention on this one here. And what do we need to know about that we have focused on is what we're going to be talking about right now. Okay, so that's just to give you an idea of the exponential moving averages that I use. The red one right here is 8 exponential moving average. Okay, so we've got the 50, the 100, and the 200, and the 8 as just an extra, but the 3 are really important. Okay, so we've got this on a daily. Let's say my favorite, as I've mentioned, is to have the 3 EMAs and to do my trend analysis on the daily, the weekly, as you can see, and the monthly. So what do I look at with the trend? Now I'll take you through to the platform as well, but we want to just get a bit of an idea, and then you have that 20% of theory, and then 80% will apply it straight away onto your chart, especially a moving chart, so that you can make real money, not demo money. Okay, so here, for example, we have got candles, current candles, as well as current price within all these 3 EMAs, and it's not a good sign because it tells me uncertainty on the daily chart, uncertainty of trend as well, because I need the candles as well as the 3 EMA lines to actually move in a line to each other. What that means is that if I'm looking at a downtrend, then all the candles, majority of the current candles and price should actually be under all 3 EMA lines, right under it, and all the 3 lines should actually go like this, right? It should actually be going like this, pointing down to the floor as well. So you've got all the candles under all the 3 lines, and all the 3 lines pointing downwards, groundwards, and then you've got a match. You've got a match in terms of a reasonably strong downtrend, and that's good, so that you know that that is what's happening on the daily chart. Now in this case, if you've got candles within all the 3 lines, that's not a good sign. So that basically means uncertainty of the trend. So it's not clear yet as of whether or not it's, traders, investors are going to be buying in or selling the market. It's just they're just holding it, or uncertain, or maybe a little confused as well. So they're just waiting and not trading. So that's what it means if it is in between all the 3 lines. Now let's move on to the weekly chart. Let's see. All right. Now on the weekly, the price is just, at borderline between the 50 EMA right at the top there, but it still is uncertain. Now that is actually quite similar to how the current movement of cluster of candles are as well. It's, to the sideways. So the trend is not really that clear. But as we move to the monthly chart, we've got a clear trend for gold versus the USD on the monthly chart, especially for swing traders. They know that, okay, to a large extent, there's definitely expectation of gold going upwards. So that's on the monthly chart. So as you can see, we've got candles above all the 3 lines. 3 lines are doing this, and if you have found this exact picture of the 3 lines, 3 EMA lines going upwards with all the candles above all the 3 lines as well in the 3 consecutive time frames, like on the daily, on the monthly, on the weekly, then you've got a strong uptrend. Okay, so then we are looking into uptrend type decisions as well as buying opportunities. So, but in this case, because of the mismatch between the 3 that I'm looking at, then we need to be a little bit careful, and hence the reason it is really important. If we cannot really look at the trend, hence the reason the mother candle play a very important role to actually give you a bit of an idea of what you could actually be doing right now. So let's get going to the chart and the actual analysis using mother candles. I'm just using one of the favorite platform of mine here to do my technical analysis, especially because I've got a ECN type account on it. So it's really important for you to understand that the broker that you choose as well should actually be encouraging your winnings, because this is a highly successful type methodology that I'll be sharing with you. So picking the right broker, especially with its price feeds, its trading conditions, its leverage, as well as its commissions that they charge you, together with the spreads. Number one, the spreads is really important. So, and also with an ECN type, or they call it, pure STP, straight through processing type account, would actually be more favorable to you as a trader. So you do need to actually pick the right broker for that. The reason I say that as well is, as a mentor of over 15 years and as a trader as well, I find it sometimes challenging when I am in the middle of mentoring or coaching to actually look at a mismatch between prices from one platform with the other platform. So hence the reason I just use one chosen platform for my analysis mainly. And, I just give that choice to traders to choose whether they want to try out the broker or not. That's entirely up to themselves. But in terms of price feeds, accuracy of the analysis and all that, because it's price action. So I would like to pick a platform that basically would reflect that really well. And also when I execute the trade, because this is a live account that I have and I want to show everything live. So when I execute a trade using that particular style of trading and methodology, I would like to place that trade and show you the outcome as well. So that is basically what I would love to do. Okay, so let's get going with this, and let's start off with, let's say, the daily chart. But I want to go on to gold, because there's a lot of questions about gold, what's going on with gold and what's going on with the US dollar, of course, impact in the US with the inflation rates, interest rate decisions, and various other things. So this week, for example, I've mentioned that we are now on the 1st of November, and this whole week we've got decisions by several central banks as well around the world. So we are expecting a very volatile market, and we're expecting a lot of big movements through Mothercandles. So hence the reason I think it's probably the best timing for us to actually go onto this strategy. So this is just your introductory strategy to make you prepared with what you need. You need the 3 EMAs, and that's basically what you need onto a good platform. So if you guys can actually just open a demo account on bkfx.io, would actually help out a lot, help me out a lot as well, especially on the analysis side of it, so that we can actually be looking at prices, the exact prices, together with the analysis of it the same way. So that's all I ask to prepare on that, and before we get going. But you can also join me live. You can go on to Institute 3 times a week. I have my webinars there, so you can always, I give out signals live, and I analyze the market exactly as how I teach, and I trade it on the live market, and you can actually take a look at that as well. And ask questions. As more you ask, more you get, and more you can actually trade with it as well. Okay, so let's get going on gold on the daily chart. All we need to do is simply to be able to analyze the market, make some decisions right now within 3 minutes using Mothercandles. Okay, so number one, we'll take a look at the price. Now we've got gold on the daily chart trading at 1783 area right there, and look at how it's trading. The current price with the current candle as well is a little bit uncertain at the moment. With the current candle itself is giving you uncertainty. It's not a long candle going down under all 3 lines, above all 3 lines. Gold at the moment on the daily chart is trading in between the 3 lines, and then you look at the 3 lines itself, it's just showing you sideways, and that sideways movement tells you there's uncertainty in the trend. So what do? Can you still trade? Yes, of course, you can actually place pending orders, and things like that. But before you do anything, whether it's pending order, not trade, or whatever you want to do, is look at the current price pointing to which most recent mother candle, the body of that mother candle. Now, let me just help you out with that for now. And you can look at the current price pointing out to this mother candle right here. You've got a longer one right there as well. And you can see that the current price is actually in the middle of various mother candles. And you can actually see it's on this one here. It's on this one, not really in the middle on this one here, but in the middle on this one here. So you've got mother candles here, mother candles there. You've got about 3 that it's pointing you out to. So that's all you need to do. And then you just focus on the most recent one. And I'll just focus on this one here. All right. So this one is your longest mother candle right there, most recent one where the current price is pointing to. Now, you don't need to worry about whether or not looking at it on the daily chart, weekly chart, monthly. No, we'll just want to look at, we want to practice in looking at time frame that gives us the most data as well as the clearest data, something that pops up straight away, but it needs practice. So I want you to travel along with me, and then we take it through my live webinars as well. And you can actually see how it's done live, day in and day out, trading it. And basically that's it. So here, for example, I just want to pay attention to this bearish mother candle. So what it means for me within 3 minutes is that I can then make a bit of a summary of the market, a summary of the price action at this moment of time. What it is that the current price for gold is trading within a bearish territory. This is bearishness. All the sellers have actually pulled down this candle, this mother candle, body of this mother candle, and tell you that this is the range, this is the area that the current price is trading in, which is a bearish zone. So it doesn't really matter whether or not, let's say if this were to be a bullish candle, it does not mean that gold is bullish. It just means that we've got buyers trading or buying within a bearish market at this moment of time. Okay, so this is really important for you guys to understand. So let me just highlight this area right here as your area. Okay, right there. It's in a box format right here. You can always highlight red in it as well. Let me just change that. And there you go. So now you understand that we have got more space, most probably, for the price to actually fall under all 3 lines and come down right to this area here, which is the support. Now, the support, as I've mentioned earlier on, for me, I prefer to have my support at either opening price or closing price. But in this case, because it's a bearish mother candle, it is it's best if I just lay out or outline the price or the support line right here based on the closing price of that mother candle. So this is one option in yellow right here of a support that could actually happen. But because the price is here, we could also see support happening a little earlier, which is the opening price of this bullish candle right here, which is in this box as well. Yeah. So there you go. So now I've outlined an area that I could expect a reversal as well. But what's really important is that the current price is really close to this area, the closing price of this mother candle, as well as the opening price of this area right here. So what I would do is to just respect all these closing price and opening price of mother candles. So we've got one here based on this one here, which is the closing price of this bearish mother candle. Then we have got the opening price of this candle right here, which then, you know, encapsulates this little tabletop type pattern, if I'm not mistaken, if that's what it's called, and then it's got these yellow lines right here. So in other words, I think it would probably be better for us to expect to sell gold more, or for gold to drop more after it has actually gone past these 2 yellow lines and then go further down and then find support here. So I would then be trading maybe a pending order on a sell for gold on this daily chart right here under 1782. So 1780 onwards, I would prefer to sell, put a pending order on the sell, expect that to actually drop here, and then I could exit at 1768 or 1769. And that is my most recent type, what do you call that, analysis that I can do in within 3 minutes just based on mother candles. Okay, so I want to keep this really brief so that we can get into the mother candles, into different instruments in our next videos from here. So I hope you enjoy this video. I know it's a little bit lengthy on the theoretical side of it, but this is just your introduction video on mother candles, and we'll get into mother candles basically really in detail on our next videos in for different instruments, different markets as well, cryptos, gold, oil, and currencies, or even stocks and indices as well. Okay, guys, so that's all I have for you guys on this introductory video on mother candles, but stay tuned and look up for the Breton channel on YouTube, so, because I'll be uploading a few more on just mother candles. And this is to wish you guys as well all the very best. Happy geometric trading as well. I'll talk about a lot about geometric patterns in combination with these mother candle strategy as well. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you guys, and we'll see you guys again very soon on more videos on this powerful strategy on using mother candles. Take care, guys. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.